and then keep your questions as short as possible. Over to you, members of the press.
Bună ziua, Ramona Avramescu, Televiziunea Română. Am o întrebare pentru ambii președinți, pentru că ați vorbit despre efectele războiului din Ucraina asupra securității alimentare în statele din Africa în principal. O întrebare pentru domnul președinte Ruto. Cum s-au simțit aceste efecte în Kenya asupra economiei și asupra vieții oamenilor? Și pentru președintele Klaus Iohannis, domnule președinte, având în vedere implicarea directă a României în tranzitul cerealelor ucrainene, cum poate contribui România la susținerea intereselor Uniunii Europene în Africa și la contracararea unor teme de propagandă rusă în această privință a securității alimentare? Mulțumesc.
Sorry, we didn't get the translation of the question. So maybe, Mr. President, you can...
I can ask in English if it's... Okay. Mr. President, talking about the effects of the war in Ukraine on Africa's country, the question is, how do you perceive these effects on economy of Kenya? Thank you.
Thank you very much. As we have already stated, as people from this region, the war in Ukraine has created a very dire situation in the East Africa and in the whole region of Africa, because three things have happened. Number one, commodity prices have escalated because of the war, whether you're talking about fertilizer, whether you're talking about grains, and as a result of the war, we have a serious situation of escalating prices of food items. And that has resulted in higher costs of living in our continent, with very detrimental effects on populations, on people, especially those that are vulnerable. And as a result, it has led to a second thing, that we are now spending more money in supporting communities, supporting the agricultural sector. We're investing more money in subsidizing fertilizer for food production, fertilizer that is already very high in costs. And that is why, as a continent, we believe in a peaceful resolution of these issues and an early engagement to resolve the conflict is a most desired outcome for those of us from this region. It is the reason why we believe in a rules-based world. We believe in the Charter of the UN that respects the territorial integrity of countries and that believes that aggression against any country globally is aggression against all countries. And we're looking forward to an early and speedy resolution of the conflict in Ukraine, as we do in Gaza and as we do in the rest of the conflicts that we have in our own continent. Thank you very much.
România este clar cel mai important culoar de export pentru produsele agricole din Ucraina.
Cultural products in Ukraine. We contribute significantly to increasing the transit capacity
cale ferată,
by rail, by road, and recently by providing our territorial waters in the Black Sea. And as I have just said, we've facilitated already export of over 30 million tons of agricultural products from Ukraine to global markets. Very many of these products have reached countries of Africa. However, I believe we can do a lot more, and that is why I decided to have this African tour starts today naturally and well-deserved in Kenya, here in Nairobi. It is clear that we need a multi-level approach to clarify things better. This is why I insisted we have a Romanian strategy for Africa. This is why I came personally with my team to start very solid measures that are thought on the long term. We have, first of all, high-level discussions, political discussions, diplomatic discussions that have to continue to clarify our narrative, our approach, and opportunities that we see. But it is not enough. We need specific collaboration at government level. That is why I decided alongside President Ruto to have today 4 collaboration documents signed. And this is only the beginning in the excellent discussions that we had today. We've already identified several opportunities and several areas on which we can collaborate. It is, on the other hand, very important, in my opinion, to have a tight collaboration on education, to also convey to young generations what our intentions are and how we plan on doing this. And this is still not enough. We have to work specifically, intensely with the private sector, because we need new investments. We need significant growth and increase in trade between our states, because this is the way we can improve cohesion. We need joint approaches in areas which at first glance are not so obvious, but very important. We all speak of crises, of wars, and other unwanted events. And we spoke today, myself and President Ruto, of how we are involved. Romania is involved in various parts of Africa with armed forces to keep peace or restore peace. Kenya is also very involved in Africa, and more recently, as President Ruto explained, in Haiti, to help as well. So we work together to guarantee security in various areas of the globe. These matters will lead to a tighter collaboration between the teams in Kenya and in Romania, will lead to a tighter cooperation between the Romanian economy and Kenyan economy, and this is how we can get closer to better explain our point of view, for us to understand as well what concerns the leaders in Kenya and other leaders in Africa, because we want to keep together the democracies in this world, and we can work without any doubt, and we have great results in multilateral formats with the European Union, with Kenya, and you heard the agreement mentioned, the collaboration agreement, the European Union with the African Union. These are just a few of the areas in which we can work far better together if we try hard enough on both sides, and this is what I decided today in agreement with President Ruto to do. Hello, Wana Bula, Radio Romania.
Vizita dumneavoastră la Nairobi vine la mai puțin de o lună de la adoptarea de către România a strategiei naționale pentru Africa.
Romania's enactment of the strategy for Africa, but also a couple of months after the European Union and Kenya have concluded negotiations that lay the foundation of an ambitious economic partnership. What new economic opportunities do we have now with respect to Kenya?
Ruto, how the climate changes affect your country, and how do you see the cooperation with the European Union and with Romania regarding this subject? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think the subject of climate change is not about that country. It's not about a region. This is a global phenomenon that is threatening humanity. And in the context of Kenya, being part of the Horn of Africa, this is a region that has suffered 4 consecutive years of failed rains, resulting in loss of livestock in our region between about